Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Empress Aries 888. My name is Tanya. Well, please like on the way in. Gives me an energetic donation to the channel, helps me tune into you. Flip the roles as you see fit. Take what resonates from these readings and leave the rest. And let's call on spirit. Let's get this party started, shall we? Spirit guides and angels of your whitest light, please give me a clear message for the collective, one that brings healing, hope, and understanding of their situation. Protect me as I open myself up to channel. Protect my beautiful collective and beautiful each and every one of you are. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you. Agape love to each and every one of you. If you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Tanya, and this is my spiritual space. And if you're returning, my fans, namaste. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to do a little Reiki-esque and thank Spirit in this way for coming into my spiritual space. I certainly do appreciate Spirit and my ancestors and my higher resonant beings for being here. So let's do it. It's going to make some noise, so if you're sensitive to sound, just lower the volume. Black Obsidian. And thank you so much for joining me today, if I haven't said it 16 times. And this is a selenite stick, right? And I'm going to get to the point and cleanse this space back and forth, up and down. There we go. Thank you for that. Let's see. CCT. We got the feathers. We're going to sweep out the aura as well. Any negative energy we don't want, we don't need it. Protection all day long. Black tourmaline for protection, for you, for me, for all of us. All right, and the last but not least I'm going to do is call in Spirit proper by ringing the gong in 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, we got a few decks here. Let's get to the point. To the point, to the point. Yeah, we're going to get to the point. All right, let's start this reading. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. These are timeless readings, my friends. So anytime you press that play button, there's a message. Now, if it doesn't resonate, don't take it on. Flip the roles. It could be about you or your person. I'm going to use he or she as gender identifiers. If you do not identify, that doesn't mean it's not your reading. Use the pronouns that you identify with, okay? This reading is for you. Don't take offense to anything that I say. I'm saying it in the line of energy. I'm reading energy, my friends. I'm not reading personal readings. I don't do personal readings. These are collective. But I do appreciate you showing up. I do appreciate you coming here and, giving my channel a chance. All right, so we have the distorted feminine. Oh boy. A distorted feminine. Spirit, come through. Excuse me, I got a cold that I'm fighting right now, but I still am going to do these readings despite it. Serendipity. Happiness. Serendipity is good luck. Serendipity is just like, having a good luck streak. Let's get a definition for people who are like, what the hell is serendipity? It says the occurrence and development of events by chance in a happy or beneficial way. That's serendipity. So good occurrence of finding value or pleasant things by chance without looking for them. So something good's going to happen, but it's kind of funny that it's saying distorted feminine, inner peace, a distorted feminine. So it's kind of an oxymoron, but let's find out what the hell is going on here. Chivalry is in the reverse. Okay. Emotional freedom. All right. So we have here a distorted feminine that is looking or is going to find serendipity, inner peace. Something is not chivalrous. And the distorted feminine is indicative of energy. It has nothing to do with a female or male. So just don't get hung up on gender either. Emotional freedom. So somebody's looking for these things. Somebody might be finding them. It's almost like the rainbow blessing. Somebody's looking for rainbow blessing. Somebody's looking for that in their life. Let me go to the tarot. I have 2 different tarots. I have a, Simplicity Tarot. And I have the Intuitive Kev's Tarot. So let's find out what is this distorted feminine. I mean, I think at one time we were all like distorted until we came on the road to understanding. What is it called? The Matrix. So maybe this person's coming out of their distortions. Or maybe they were at one time. Past, present, or future energy is always at play. Can you give me the distorted feminine, Spirit? What is this about the distorted feminine? King of Wands is here. Sorry about that. Leadership. Charismatic. Could be a distorted feminine that's a King of Wands, or there is something about a King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. A king, though. The World. This king is looking for success or is going to find success. You could be this king. What's the distorted, though? What's the distortion? The sun is illuminating something here. The Hierophant tradition. Somebody could have been in a commitment with, or a high-level commitment with, or there could be spirituality involved here. Success, the world, understanding, illumination. But what's the distortion about? The Magician is here. Somebody's manifesting higher knowledge, working hard. Something might be paying off, but it's starting out slow. The Hermit, Virgo energy, something that is in introspection and solitude. This person, maybe they were distorted at one time, but they're finding epiphanies or good or rainbow blessings or something that's going to set them on this road. Yes, this road to their higher calling. Eight of Cups is here, walking away. Yeah, they needed to walk away for maybe a traditional connection or even traditional religion to find this rainbow blessings. A Queen of Coins. Yes, nurturing, security, to find those things. Eight of Wands, something that's coming in quick. But distorted feminine is here. The Tower. Something had to hit this person in order for them to change. Regardless of masculine or feminine here, a distorted person is a distorted person. So at one time, maybe you were distorted or your person was distorted, okay? And then all of a sudden, they came onto this road that led them where they need to go. Let me go find anything what it says about this distorted feminine. I want to find this inner peace. They're looking for freedom, inner peace. Right here, the distorted feminine. It may not appear to run the world. The distorted feminine may not appear to run the world in the same way the distorted masculine does. Yet it is just as commonplace and equally destructive. The distorted feminine is characterized by negative emotions, depression, neediness, a sense of going around in circles or need for pointless drama, feeling unattractive, or being trapped and powerless. In this mode, the feminine can even be dishonest by means of manipulation, not saying what she really means, or by being unclear about what she needs. This gives rise to unspoken or even unfair expectations. The distorted feminine may seek to catch out or trip up another in order to have something to be angry or upset about. This need for attention, whatever the cost and expression of insecurity, can damage her health, her relationships, or even her career prospects. After centuries in the shadows, receiving little credit for her efforts and shouldering guilt and blame at the hands of global institutions, the feminine is tired. Maybe she is unloved and unsupported by the masculine in her world. Maybe life seems like a struggle. While some of these things may be true, remaining in the distorted feminine is not the way to resolve them. So a neediness, maybe even a manipulation to get what they want. This is a person who depended on individuals for validation, but still trying to seek serendipity or maybe even understanding and realizations. But this took time for you to come out of this. Chivalry in the reverse, maybe this is the problem which created the distortion in the first place. Somebody in your life was not chivalrous. Somebody in your life was manipulative. Maybe even a distorted feminine in your life that created a whole scenario where you had to heal from something, had to walk away, okay? Learn from mistakes. Towers that hit you time and time again, looking for validation. Look at all these cups here, looking for validation outside of yourself. Ace of Cups, love and emotions, it starts with you. And I feel like this is something that you had to learn as the distorted feminine. Maybe even earning a living for yourself and not depending on another person for that. But these things take time. The King of Wands was here. Maybe somebody that you were looking to that maybe you could have been committed to at one time. But there's a 10 of coins, and there's a beginning of something happening for you after a Tower. Maybe somebody walking away from you, right? Maybe people playing manipulative games. Maybe you played manipulative games with somebody at one time, but now you're not that person anymore. And you're finding serendipity in life through your hermit state, right? Going and finding that inner child within that you had to heal. Going through situations that you only depended on yourself to get out of them, right? Yeah. And now you're in a different place and space. 4 of Wands. Maybe even being celebrated on some level, whatever you're working on. Maybe you want to work on something. Maybe you're seeing stability in your life, where before it was always teetering and tottering on another person. You're finally finding the hero within. I feel like that's what it is. Yeah, spiritual cleansing. It's a spiritual journey that you had to go on, where at one time you were manipulative, where at one time you were depressed and unhappy with your life. You know, male or female, it doesn't matter. And other people fostered that by validation, right? Taking it away, manipulating you, maybe even being salty with you if you didn't do what they wanted you to do. So you had to play this game, but you're no longer playing this game. You're actually cleansing, you're actually growing, you're actually maturing, and you're relying within for your coins, for money. This could have been a generational curse of relying on somebody else, a masculine, for instance, if you're a female, that, you know, money comes from depending on another person for it, outside of yourself. They weren't chivalrous. They weren't generous to you. It was a manipulation. Do what I say, not as I do. Otherwise, you don't get anything. Taking away sexual favors, taking away affection, taking away validation, to and fro, depending on their moods. You were done with that. And you said, fuck it. And you just went on your own. And now you're going to have your rainbow blessing. You're going to have something good come out of it. I feel like it was an epiphany, really. An understanding. You can be your own hero. I feel like this is a journey that took time. Page of Cups, yeah. An emotional message, maybe even a book that you want to write about your experiences, or maybe you even have a platform where you are talking about what you've been through and you're helping other people. Good for you. A nice emotional message. It's the beginning and infancy of these things, though. Maybe you're like not sure about offering yourself up in that way, being emotional. You're taking baby steps towards it, but you're going to get there. Yeah, 4 of Swords, rest and meditation is necessary at this time so you don't burn out. Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Maybe you're putting too much emotions into a situation right now that you need to back off a little bit. Maybe you're too emotional about a loss or too emotional about a situation that's going on in your life that you need to back up a little bit and take some rest and reflection. You poured a lot into connections and people have let you down and disappointed you. And you're taking it so personal that you can't even move forward in your life. Yeah, because you've been hurt. You need to heal that inner child, my loves. You do. The High Priestess. I feel like intuitively you have the wherewithal and the strength to do this. You understand. You see in the red flags in certain situations, even if it's family, even if it's your own children, you have to have boundaries if they don't. If there's these expectations with their hands out, always wanting something from you, and not understanding that money doesn't grow on trees. You need to have boundaries up even against family members, people that you gave birth to, because they're not understanding that they're asking too much of one person. They're asking too much. And you feel like guilty maybe because these are your family members, these are your children, and you know there's an expectation. But if you don't have it, if you burn yourself out and you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to help anybody else. If you spend all your money, where are you going to be able to help anybody? You've got to have boundaries, my love. 7 of Cups, options, pipe dreams. Somebody has had an awful lot of things they wanted to do in their life, and maybe they come up empty, and that's what made them depressed and distorted and grasping for straws, because they had all these dreams, and now it's like aging and time have really shown this person not every dream comes true. And that's still okay. You can change your mind. Maybe you've changed your mind about a person. Maybe you've changed your mind about a situation. And now you're feeling guilty about it because, maybe you married somebody and there was an expectation that you were going to stay, but you're not happy in this connection and you feel guilty about it because maybe you have kids with this person. It's okay to change your mind. We all make decisions and we're at a different maturity level as we age. But I feel like with you, you carry a lot of guilt. You had a lot of dreams about what was going to happen. You put your eggs in a basket, and now you're realizing that there was a hole on the bottom, and all of those wishes and hopes are gone. It's time to reevaluate what it is that you want out of life. Let me go into these couple more cards here. We got the tea leaf cards, and then the tarot, and we'll be done. Turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly, and it could be your past person. They are very controlling, and you're getting tired of that. August could be significant, a birth month, or something's going to happen, or something happened in August that was significant. Maybe you recognize the stupidity of choices that you were making. If it was you that's acting like a turkey. Plenty of material things. But what is material things? Here today and gone tomorrow. It's like they're striving for them. And there's nothing wrong with having things, but it's when it's the end all be all, and that's all you validate your life with. It's really not much. What does it really mean? You gotta like look at that yourself. You gotta come up with your own conclusion for that. But I mean, we've all been there where we work for something, we strive for things, we have a certain measure of security, and then we realize that it was all an illusion. That even if we have a house, a relationship, it can all get taken away. Right? You see that in the California fires and all these things that people built up over the years go in an instant. That can happen in a marriage, can happen in a long-term connection, confirmation. It's here today and it's screwing down the street before you know it. You know what I mean? So what are material things really? Tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. You needed to take a chance on yourself. Instead of other people, like investing in other people, you needed to start investing in yourself. There's changes coming in your life. Maybe you didn't want them to happen. Maybe you fought against them for a long time. But like a freight train, change is happening all around us each and every day, whether we want it to or not. And we have to be ready and adaptable to those changes. Because otherwise, that's when nothing happens, right? It's all of a sudden the rug falls out from underneath us. We're stuck in our room and we don't come out for a month. I mean, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. We got to be able to adapt to the changes, whether we want to or not. And I feel like you have like almost dug your heels in at one time and maybe even begged this person not to leave you. And that's, you know, no tea, no shade. I mean, I'm not going to judge a person for doing that. It's like we've all been there when we loved somebody so strongly and didn't want to let go. Even though we're holding on and they're like pulling, you know what I mean, one finger at a time and we're still gripping. And it's like, after a while, we got to let go because they're asking us to, you know? But I understand. I do. Believe me, I do. It's a hard choice. There's so many variables with that. There's so many fucking variables. But there's been a hidden enemy in your life, my love. Somebody that you gave your heart to. Two of Pentacles. Somebody you worked with. Two of Pentacles. Justice is here, though. It was a karmic connection that you made more of a permanent situation. Yeah. You might have innocence. You might have children. But this, look, Five of Cups. It's like broken dreams, broken cups. You might feel left out in the cold. You had to make a decision and a choice, and the sun is here again because you really understood that no matter how generous you were with this person, they weren't your person. They were an op. Ooh, child, something wants to come out. They were an op. Yeah, the tower came down, whether you were holding on with dear life or not, the tower came. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can feel the pain. I can feel the tears. I mean, I can see the tears. But you're an empress, my love. You belong on a throne, attracting and not begging. Okay? You do. And when you get into that empress energy, you will attract the right people. Maybe for a long time you were up in the clouds, really believing a narrative. They might have, there might be something in the courts where there's a divorce. Somebody might be a trash box, saying stuff against you, maybe even putting you in a bad light. But it's going to work out. It's going to work out for you, honey. This person that was Five of Swords, they were an op. They've only put conflict in your life. And you know that. You know that because you are intuitive. King of Swords. There is somebody here, maybe with truth and clarity, about your person, maybe a friend of your person's, that's going to tell you about the devil energy, that this person was the devil in your life. Intuition is going to kick in. It's going to make sense. There's also an emperor that's coming towards you as well. There's options you have. There's somebody with a lot of passion that wants to come towards you. And you're being divinely guided to this emperor that you're going to have wish fulfillment with. Yep, keep going. There's something on social media you might be doing. But there's this false person that might be saying stuff about you on social media. Could be a past person. Could be your past person. Yep, they're manifesting a second chance with you or something like that. They're manifesting, they're obsessed with that. Oh God, but don't worry about it because you are protected by spirit. But they're wanting a second chance, and they're going to use the marriage card or the child, the children card come at you like the King of Cups. This was a choice you had in the past. But let's see, they're up. Fuck off. Yep, I know. Yep. They're not for your better good. They're not. They're just going to come in and it's going to be the same shit, different day. You're in balance right now. You're very strong, stronger than you think you are, okay? Use your intuition. You'll, the red flags that you had from the very beginning, because there's also a King of Pentacles here. There's a lot of choices, a lot of people in your inner circle, but look at this King of Pentacles. This is somebody that might have been through shit too, Ten of Swords. That's going to come towards you. The Emperor. Could be, all kings of the deck. Wants to work with you. You're going to have victory and success with this person. Ooh, child. May start out slow, Seven of Pentacles, right? And people might get in the way of it. People might want to try to block this. Yes, they will. Especially your past person. But the Most High is divinely guiding you, and the Most High is giving you the blessing. So it's going to work out. Any other card, Spirit? Yep, Black Magic. Somebody's not wishing for this to happen. Page of Swords. They want to block you, but it's, there's a lot of secrets here, like from your person in the past. I feel like you are protected, though, Seven of Wands, from their black magic, from their lies. The Chariot's going to move you away from these people that have been blocking you, Nine of Swords. Yeah, you're going to have a new beginning with this other person. It's going to, you know what? I know it's been tough. Three of Wands. But you're going to work with somebody else. Yes, you are. It's going to be a new beginning for you. You're going to partner up with another person. Let me get you a prayer card and we'll end it. But just keep going forward and don't be bamboozled by anybody that comes forward from your past with a hook, a line. You know what I mean? A line to hook you in and to get you to feel like nostalgia. Because you're going to have to understand you left this person or they left you for a reason. And the idea that you go back to this other person, it's just going to be the same shit, different day, but worse. But worse, because you got out of a situation for a reason. If they're changed, you're going to know it. If they're not, and they're just feeding you a line, I wouldn't give up any connection. If you have a connection with somebody else, even if it's the infancy of it, I wouldn't give any of it up for this past person. No, thank you. Philippians 4:8. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. Okay? Get out of this negative mindset that you have. Like, say that your person, your past person, has a relationship with somebody else. Wish them love and light and move forward. Don't be jealous. because you have rainbow blessings. You have a wonderful future ahead of you. If you can get out of your head and focus on what it is that you want to work on, okay? By working on yourself, you're going to attract this emperor. Okay? You're gonna attract money, you're gonna attract success in your job, in your life. And this is a bump in the road. Maybe you didn't see coming, but it did come, and we have to deal with it and stop sticking your head in the sand. Okay? They made their choices. Let them stand on that, and you move forward, because you're going to have a wonderful outcome, my friend. And I know it's hard. Believe me, I've been there. But I made it, and you can too. I wish you all the best on your journey, each and every one of you. Hearts and hugs. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Until then, be safe out there, my friends. Be blessed.